Pat McAfee, you speak for a generation. McAfee actually went light. McAfee's doing the swing and the suit's got to take it. McAfee's made their show, their number one show. He is absolutely celebrated right now. McAfee's changed the broadcast industry, and he does it because he owns his own. We salute Pat McAfee for standing up. We salute Pat McAfee for saying what all of us wish we could. He believes in the past tried to undermine his own show. He was quickly ousted in the wake of McAfee's criticism. Pat McAfee. Pat McAfee, you speak for a generation. An absolute generation. I mean to tell you, a generation. You do. You speak for a generation. I'll tell you why. Actually, you speak for a generation of people that actually worked at ESPN. They're so full of shit. Pat McAfee and the suits at ESPN. McAfee's doing the swing and the suit's got to take it. In the wake of ESPN announcing a deal to bring WWE Premium Live Events, PLEs, to the network starting 2026, Pat used it as an opportunity, a great opportunity to take more shots at the suits he believes in the past tried to undermine his own show, namely former ESPN executive Norby Williamson, who I try to text once in a while just out of curiosity. I never hear back. I think he's working for a gambling site. He was quickly ousted in the wake of McAfee's criticism, and it was directed at them. McAfee actually went light because he didn't call out the guys. He didn't call out Mike McQuaddy. He didn't call out Burke Magnus. He didn't call out the guys currently running it. He didn't call out the guys currently over his shop, which really there's nobody. Listen to this takedown. This is unbelievable. Congrats to the WWE and ESPN on getting a historic premium live events deal done. Great to see two powerhouses of sports and entertainment come together. I assume, and this is where it gets good, I assume all mid-level powerless bum-ass suits at ESPN will attempt to muddy this somehow. Out-of-context leaks. Yes, that's what happened to him. Ignorant anonymous opinions, etc., etc. And you know what? Every guy that Pat McAfee is talking about, or every guy that has worked at ESPN, is celebrating. I mean, he is absolutely celebrated right now. Now, I don't know, I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know if they're going to get mad. I don't know if they're figuring out a way to oust him. I don't know. I really don't. I don't know, but I would imagine so. I would. But in the end, this agreement will outlive the dinosaurs currently guarding the desk in Bristol, and this deal will be great for ESPN. Cheers to the future. If you are in the media, all right, let me back up. I liked my time at ESPN. I liked Norby Williamson. I did. But I thought it got totally and completely ridiculous, which is why I left. I mean, damn. Calls about, you like this. You said this. Seth Greenberg and I were watching the debate, commented on it. Phone calls ensued. I sent a text or a tweet to Dane Fife and a friend of his, Brad Clapper. Calls ensued. Dan, this is a problem. Why is it a problem? I told some old hag, professor named Joanna Mellis, I wouldn't go swimming, would not, quote, go at it in a pool with her, as I'm a married man and as a guy that had been single, I understand the deviousness of women. And if you don't, that's on you. I do. I really do. Anyway, long story short, my favorite, of course, is when Stephanie Drewley, a since ousted ESPN staffer, but a lady pretty high up, like a vice president, called me to complain about me not going in a pool. And I said, what are you talking about? She goes, well, the ladies of ESPN are upset with you. I said, I could give a shit what the ladies of ESPN think of me. Your college football writer with 2 kids and married is screwing Greg Doyle, Indy Star reporter here, married with 2 kids. And don't think I'm ratting Doyle or anybody out. I'm not ratting the woman out. I should. I don't like her. But anyway, no, Doyle admitted to one of his affairs in an article ripping me. So I'm just stating what really happened. Long story short, Everybody that worked under the regime post George Floyd is celebrating, except, of course, the DEI hires. But McAfee ain't one. McAfee's a moneymaker. McAfee's made their show, their number one show, Game Day relevant again. It was sliding away. McAfee's changed the broadcast industry, and he does it because he owns his own shit. That's right. And it's awesome. It's fantastic. And I, for one, salute. Where are we going today? We're in Florida. Perfect. We salute Pat McAfee for standing up. We salute Pat McAfee for saying what all of us wish we could. See, he got enough green. I didn't have a problem with ESPN while I was putting my kids through college. God works in weird ways. But once they got out of college and George Floyd happened, we had to listen to all the bullshit at ESPN. That's when I skedaddled. I wasn't smart enough or powerful enough to do what Pat did, but I admire the living shit out of it. Anyway, here's a throwback to Pat calling out Norby fucking Williamson.
Phenomenal.
So
beautiful. It was beautiful.
Almost crashed the car on the way.
Anyways, we're very appreciative, and we understand that more people are watching this show than ever before. We're very thankful for the ESPN folks being very hospitable. Now, there are some people actively trying to sabotage us from within ESPN.
Funny.
More specifically, I believe Norby Williamson is the guy who is attempting to sabotage our program. I'm not 100% sure. That is just seemingly the only human that has information, and then somehow that information gets leaked and it's wrong, and then it sets a narrative of what our show is. And then are we just going to combat that from a rat every single time? I don't know. But like somebody tried to get ahead of our actual ratings release with wrong numbers 12 hours beforehand. That's a sabotage attempt. And it's been happening basically this entire season from some people who didn't necessarily love the old edition of the Pat McAfee show to the ESPN family.
Sure.
There's a lot of those. We've heard them anonymously quoted in the Washington Post, in the New York Post, in the New York Times, in the LA Times, in Wall Street Journal. And they're never like, yeah, love the show.
This is awesome.
It's always like little things to try to tear us down. So even with the enemy within our own camp, somebody that I don't like that guy. That guy left me in his office for 45 minutes, no-showed me in 2018. So this guy has had zero respect for me. And in return, same thing back to him for a long time. So even with that taking place and potential PR, we're still growing somehow.
Yep.
So we're very thankful.
Yeah.
I think we're doing it right. We're trying to do it as right as possible.
Bingo! And the entire world of ESPN who's there celebrated. Good for Pat. Don't change, ever.